Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to paint watercolors while traveling. I'll share 3 paintings I created on location in beautiful Beijing. I know I have disappeared for a month on my channel, but you know why. If you're planning your next trip and want to bring your watercolors along, and this video will help you to get prepared. Before we dive in, be sure to hit the subscribe button to become a part of our ever-growing creative community. Now without further ado, let's get started everyone. Let's look into the supplies. The first one is the sketchbook. It's quite obvious, and it has 300 pages, so I can use for my travel on locations and sketches. And the next one is the watercolor set, and this I found on Temu. It comes with 7 wells, and I used my watercolor tubes to fill it in. The last supply is the brushes with a pouch in it, and I have one mop brush and a couple of synthetic brushes, so I can use for dry brushing. And this is my final supplies, and you can see that it's quite small and easy to carry. And there is also other supplies I kind of missed out, like a rag, a couple of tissues, because I usually put it in a Ziploc, so it's easy to carry everywhere. Now I've shown you the planer kit and what exactly I'm using while I'm painting on the location. So this is the first painting. This is not exactly the first painting I was doing in China. And this is the Forbidden City, and it was surprising that I didn't realize how cold it is. And you can see that I'm setting up my the painting palette, and I also did this painting in a landscape because it's kind of like stretched wide of the Forbidden City, so I want to do that. And now I'm picking up my brushes, and these are like trowel brushes. So usually when I paint, I usually try to paint fast, and being said that it was super cold that day, so I want to make sure that I want to finish this painting as fast as possible, because in the morning I went for a tour with the English guide, and they explained everything about the Forbidden City and their history, and it closed at 4:30, so I have to capture as fast as possible. And again, when you paint on location, don't try to capture each individual details. Try to capture the gesture of it. When I talk about gesture, it's just when you paint a figure or a face, you paint the gesture first. It's the same thing when you paint on location like landscapes or cityscapes. The gesture usually means capturing the light and the shadows. So as soon as you capture the light and shadows, and everything will start looking realistic. And again, I have painted on location quite a bit, and again, painting small, it also have the challenges too. And you can see that I quickly blocked the sky, then I went on to the buildings which is in the midground as well as the ground, and I also combine each individual thing as a single washes. And now I'm painting the bottom part of it, and there's also buildings which is behind it, and I'm also trying to block it as fast as I can. And again, when you paint fast like this, sometimes there's a tendency of not mixing the colors right. Again, I have a little bit of experience in it, and when you do it, you should let go and paint as free as possible. And when I painted, it doesn't look good, but when I show the paintings to someone, or when I open the painting now, the magic of being there comes alive in my painting, and that's the most important thing. And even though the painting looks flat, and as soon as we create a contrast, the way we create contrast is by creating the shadows. And you can see the mid-ground, there's stairs to go up to this building, and this is where the emperor lived whenever there is a meeting. And you can see that as soon as I start blocking the shadows, the shadow pattern of the stairs, and you can see that it's literally coming alive. And I'm making sure to squint my eyes whenever I do this, because it just gives the big shapes for me. And again, whenever I paint, you just have to think in shapes, and that's the most important thing. and I'm trying to capture. The stairs kind of like goes 3 or 4 ways to leading up to the top part, and I'm just trying to block that as fast as I can. Again, when I did that, I also try to capture not exactly what it's there. It doesn't matter, because once you bring this painting home, or when you look at the painting after painted, it will look totally different, but eventually it also captures the place of it. And I'm also changing the brush because I want to create a little bit of a thinner stroke. Again, I'm also trying to paint it in a smaller scale. It was quite bit, and my hands are frozen, so I was trying to use a glove to paint, and now I'm trying to paint it. When I tried to paint it, I couldn't able to paint with the glove, so I changed it. And this is the first brush I was using. I put it aside, and you can see the water become frozen and become ice. And there's also another big brush I was using in the beginning, and you can also see that it also frozen too. And this is a brush I was using for the sky wash, and it became completely frozen, and I couldn't able to fix the bristles. I have to press really hard to get the bristles out. I also spilled some water in the beginning, and you can also see that it became ice. And after I finished the painting, I was taking pictures, and you can see that my palette is also got frozen. Now I look back, it's kind of creates this fond memory of being there, and you can't like create this memory or cherish it just by taking pictures. Just doing something like this, it always keeps in your mind, and it also stays forever. Now I'm blocking the shadows for the roof, and you can see that as soon as I create that contrast, everything started coming alive, and it started looking 3D, and I was able to capture um, the essence of the scene as really as fast. Now again, it was close to and it also was close to like sunset, and the lighting kind of like becoming like orange tint, but I want to persevere with whatever the vision I had. Sometimes this happens on location because if you try to paint something, the lighting keep on changes, and you have to pick a lighting condition like where you have seen the vision before, and you have to keep continuing it. And that way you don't have to change it, and that's the other way also learning the mother nature and how lighting works as well. And you can also see that I'm blocking the lighting for the bottom section of it, and as soon as I do it, it kind of become really alive. And sometimes what happens in location is just picking the right brush and cleaning it before you do it, because there is some kind of paint sticks in your brush, and I did have something on the bottom of my floor. It's kind of like a piece of cloth, so I clean my brush before I apply something. And now I'm checking, squinting my eyes in the location, and I'm checking it creates a really nice contrast. And I also want to create this lightest light and darkest dark. And as soon as we add this darker spots, and it also gives more three-dimensional to our landscape as well. And so I'm almost done, and you can see that this is a piece of cloth I was talking about, just to clean my brush as fast as I can. Now again, once I finished it, there was this shadow which is peeking in the foreground, and that's why I'm trying to block it. And I also want to show how big is this forbidden city, and that's why I'm trying to put some add some figures on location. Again, if you try to paint each and every person in that location, it will take forever. So again, you have to capture the gesture of it. And I'm also trying to create this S-curve from foreground to the all the way to the at the top of the forbidden city, the palace. And you can see that as soon as we create the shadow at the bottom of the road, bottom of this floor, it creates this really nice contrast as well. And there's this figures which helps us to take us into the painting as well. And this is how the final painting looks like, and that's the orange sunset I was talking about. The lighting condition changed quite a bit when I started. And I also called by a couple of securities. I thought they're gonna kick me out, but there's two girls running towards me, and they want to take picture with me, and they're really surprised I was able to capture the Forbidden City in watercolors. And this is other painting I did in Great Wall of China, and this is one of the most amazing experience I've experienced in my life, because I get to climb Great Wall of China, and it was really hard, but I did climbed it, and it was the most surreal experience. Even though I was tired, I want to capture this side. This is the east side. I climbed the west side, and I want to finish everything because my bus leaves at 4, so I have to really fast, and I have to capture the gesture as I showed in the Forbidden City. It's the same process I went through in the Forbidden City. That's the exact same thing. Whenever I paint, I apply the same principles. But I'll do a video of Great Wall of China from start to finish in the future videos. And a lot of people stopped by and complimented on the lighting I able to capture. I did able to capture the lighting and shadow really fast, so I did have some time, and I have some like 10 or 15 minutes spare time before I go down. So I was able to put some details on the foreground. So whenever I put details, I usually put on the details on the foreground because it takes us into the painting and keep the background midterm to minimal. I was happy with the painting what I did, but I thought I lost a little bit of light on the wall and the stage itself. So I was trying to see, is there any way I could bring back some of the lights and the highlights, because these are the details which kind of pop your painting and create an impactful composition. And while I was doing it, a lot of people surrounded behind me, and they were keep on asking questions, but I keep going and enjoy the process of it. And this is how the painting looks like at the end, and you can see the view on the east side, and this is how I could able to capture it. And this is another painting I was able to capture while I went to Temple of Heaven. One of the most beautiful architecture I've seen after a long time. And even the tiles and even how they put together, and it's like it just like mesmerizing how they have the technology back in the days. So all those things in the architecture in China is built through a locking system. It's kind of Lego pieces they put together and they put it on the top. And this is also called Temple of Heaven because for the it is really sacred, and not that many people were allowed here other than the emperor and empress, or the people who worked in the palace back in the days. They're gonna kick me at 4:30, but I was able to capture this in like almost like 20 to 25 minutes, and surprisingly they let us to stay for a long time. So I spent some more time because I painted really fast. Then I got some time, so I was able to add some more details and fiddle with it a little bit. One more thing that is like really challenging while painting outside on the go is just recording the process, because I'm like so focused. You are so focused on the painting and you don't know where your camera is looking at. It was quite a bit hard, but like I was able to, because I was keep on going off the left, and I was trying to focus on it, and I was able to capture a little bit of details while I was painting the Temple of Heaven. Again, whenever you paint outside, you have this mindset of not looking right, or not exactly looking what you're putting on your watercolor paper than what you're seeing in the front. And I used to have this mindset for a long time, but sometimes I just paint. I don't care what's in front of me. I try to express things the way I want to express, but it's quite surprising. It's almost I get the results what I want at the end, but I have to see my painting the next day, not the same day. And this is how the painting looks like, and this exact same thing happened in Forbidden City. I wasn't able to put that orange tint because it was close to the sunset. Thank you once again for watching this painting tutorial. Please feel free to share your thoughts on the video in the comment section below. If you have any other watercolor related topics you'd like me to cover, reach out to me at watercolorimpressions@gmail.com or leave a comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and be sure to hit the subscribe button to become a part of our learning community. By subscribing, you'll receive weekly upload notifications and stay updated on our channel, and share with your fellow artists, friends and family. And good luck with your painting, folks.